dumbass Tom Hayslip sent a horrifically edited video of just it's so bad.
A family vacation.
A family vacation like 10 years ago. And I was like,
done.
And I'm on the toilet and I go, what the fuck's this? And I'm bawling on the toilet and I was like, hey, don't do that. Like, you know what? I don't even remember. I think Alzheimer's is going to be great. Not to remember any of the fucking great times I had. Canada, you are absolutely perfect this time of year. That's why I'm coming to the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival. Halifax, August 9th. Spokane, not technically Canada, but we'll say it is, August 23rd. Calgary, August 24th. And Vancouver, September 12th. It's me, Whitney Cummings, Miss Pat, Fortune Feemster, and Derek Stroop. Get your tickets at BertBertBert.com. I'll see you there. The Permission to Party World Tour kicks off September 18th in Rockford, Illinois, the 19th in Milwaukee, the 20th in St. Paul, Minnesota, the 21st in Duluth, Minnesota, followed by Eugene, Oregon, September 28th. Avoid scalpers and go to BertBertBert.com to get your lowest ticket price. When I got to Hollywood, I was like, your life would be the life I want to have.
5 kids.
Yeah, I was making a joke. I was making a joke today. I was like, on paper, you read like a black guy. You're like Brian Austin Green, last name's Green.
Yeah.
5 kids, 3 different women.
It's true. That's what sucks. It is absolutely true.
How old's your oldest?
23.
23?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Jesus, you're younger than how old are you?
I'm 52 this year.
Oh, I'm 52. God damn.
July 15th. Is it? Right. Are you a black guy?
Are you really? Is it really your birthday? Oh, you just say that when people say their birthday.
Oh, it is.
I had a dream that I went on Kimmel last night and I went, he's like, how's everything doing? And I lied and I went, great, I've got 2 years sober. And the place went crazy. And then I was like, ugh. And he's like, really? And I went, no. And then the place booed me. But I think I might do that next time I do Kimmel anyway.
You should totally do that.
Yeah, here, pull the mic up. We've started.
Oh, okay.
It's very informal.
We're recording.
I don't wear headsets. You can if you want.
No, I don't like wearing them. I hate the sound of my own voice. When I hear it through headsets, like I can't, when I do radio and shit, it drives me insane.
You got a great voice. I have a horrible voice.
Thank you.
My voice
so everybody thinks that their own voice is
do you know what it is?
Except for like Casey Kasem.
You think Casey liked his voice? Or you think he was like,
sure, he
like,
did.
Hi, I'm not home right now.
That dude was on everything.
I sound like a douchebag. Shit.
I'm sure he was like recording everybody's voicemails and
I
shit.
met Casey Kasem's son.
Did you?
Maybe.
Right. It's almost a really good story.
Yeah. It's so funny. I don't remember meeting.
If it's true, it could just be a dream.
He produced
like the Jimmy Kimmel one you had.
Grateful Dead. He produced a Grateful Dead tribute show.
Mm-hmm.
I think. It's so funny. I used to really be excited to meet people. I still do get really excited. I do. But then I find out that I've already met them and I'm really bummed that I didn't remember meeting them the first time.
You know who excites me the most to meet are people that like really meant something to me when I was young. Like Tony Hawk. I met him the first time. I'm now like oddly friends with him, which is maybe it's more of a claim that I make than he would make.
Yeah.
But I do have like I can email him or text him and he'll get right back to me. He's a great guy, but I remember the first time I met him, I was like, I used to skate. I grew up in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I used to skate on his decks all the time. Like that was my childhood. I had like magazine like inner like fold outs of Tony like skating and stuff in skate parks and shit in my bedroom.
Yeah.
So those are the people that to me, like I meet those people and I go, man, this is really cool.
I was like that with you.
This is bizarre. No,
I sat in a dorm room. 90210 is an interesting show because I don't know if back then they would make a show and go, this is going to target the ... demographic.
Yeah.
And I think it was meant for girls, but for whatever reason, it hit boys just the same.
I don't think they had any demographic in mind, like, or whether it was boys or girls, like it was because it was the first one of its kind. So it was kind of like, We'll see if anybody watches. And nobody did for like the first season.
For real?
For real. It wasn't until our summer episodes.
And what year was that? It had to be 1991?
I think it was the end of the first season. We did the beach club stuff. And that was when...
And hang on. Also, is anyone downstairs? If you want to come up and hang out up here, you can. Stacy, you can come up and hang out because your questions would be very
super useful.
Literally, Stacy came to my gym this morning to watch and work out, and was just talking about you. She was like, "Oh no, you have no idea." I told her, I think I've now met everyone on 90210.
Have you?
When I met you, you were the very last one.
The last one.
But then I was like, and then she went through, and I was just fucking with her, and she was like, "Did you meet Nat?" And I was like, "Yeah, he was in my Pilates class." And she was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "No,
right."
Stace.
He was my personal chef.
Yeah,
yeah.
But it had to be 1991 because when I remember being in a dorm room, fall of 1991, and my buddy Jeff Hartley had sideburns, and
no, he did not.
Swear to God, and he was like, "Bro, I'm not gonna fucking lie. This is a good show." And I was like, "For real?" And he was like, I'm not even, this is like, I mean, you're talking like height of homophobia between men and
right.
when you're 18 years old, entering college.
Sure.
And he was like, "We should probably like make this our show."
Right.
And I was like,
just like, we won't tell anybody about it.
Don't tell anyone about it. But he was like, "Dude, fucking these are cool people."
Wow.
Like, I think if we knew them, we'd be friends with them.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah. And then there was like, sometimes there was like wildly great writing where you were like, cry laughing and you're like, oh, and the storylines were, it was a soap opera.
Yeah, it was.
But God, it was fucking the first person I'm going to tell you how fucking good 90210 was. And from Balthazar's perspective.
Okay.
This is a true story.
All right.
We moved to the Valley, and I did not want to move to the Valley.
Wait, where'd you move from?
Hollywood. We lived in Hollywood, like Miracle Mile.
Miracle Mile.
And it was like, everything was, and I was like, Hollywood, man. I'm Hollywood. I don't live in the Valley. Right. I'm not a grip, okay, Leanne? I'm not a fucking cameraman. I don't run Video Village.
Right, yeah,
I'm an actor. I'm a comedian. I live in Hollywood. And we moved to the Valley, and we went to this school, Colfax, and I was fucking.
Oh yeah, my sister went to Colfax.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I grew up like 3 blocks away from Colfax.
For real?
I grew up on Hesby.
But I'm throwing a temper tantrum, and I don't want to be in the Valley. Mm-hmm. And Leanne's loving this school, and she says, "You need to lose this attitude. I am going to make myself a part of this community. This is awesome. These are great people." And then she goes, "You know what? You're too good for the Valley, huh?" I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Look who's playing guitar on stage." And it was Luke Perry. And I went,
"Oh, at Colfax?"
And I go,
"Oh, that's right. His kids went there."
And I was like, okay,
Sophie went there.
This is cool. I go to school here. I swear to God. I literally went, I go to school here. This is cool.
You know, we shot in Van Nuys.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We shot the entire series in Van Nuys. The only thing in the first season, we shot at Torrance High School. And then the show got so popular, and we were shooting when the kids were in class. And then as they were
using them as extras?
No, so they were in their classrooms, and then we filled the school with extras, and we did all the stuff. And then as soon as the bell would ring and they would have to go to the next class, it was just pandemonium. So at some point, Aaron was like, "Yeah, we gotta So we built it all on sound stages. They were warehouse spaces that he turned into sound stages in Van Nuys. Oh man, he was.
If you want to talk, get on a mic. Stop on. I don't want to jump in the podcast. No, there's two
mics
right here.
There.
There's 2 mics right here. Leanne, sit down. Stacey, sit down.
There's
go. 2 mics.
Let's do this.
I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah,
you're
in.
When I bumped into you at Balthazar.
No, we're in no rush.
We can leave it any time.
You're prepared now.
Yeah. I feel bad to jump in on you.
No. This is the fun stuff. This is like where the magic happens, or it fails miserably. We'll find out.
Yeah, no. This is what I always thought a podcast should be. And when we first started doing those Death Squad East shows, at the ice house, you never knew who was going to come in, and that was the fun part of a podcast. Is someone would come in, the conversation would end up off mic, and as a listener, you'd be like, "Whoa, what the hell?"
Right.
But this is just genuine energy. But like this is when we ran into you at Balthazar's party.
Yeah.
Leanne kind of geeked out. She was like, "Oh my fucking God. I can't believe he knows who you are, Bert." And I was like, I geeked out.
That's so surreal. So to me, like, I don't, as much as people talk about watching this, like, I feel like I was a part of something that was really cool. But like to meet you, because right away I was like, oh my God, that's Bert. That's really fucking cool. And then, oh my God, he's watched the show. Like, he knows who I am. But then again, like meeting Tony, and then through him, I met like all these other skaters who I used to skate with, and they were like, "Oh, can my wife take a picture with?" I was like,
"Dude,
no, get the fuck out of here. No, I'm going to take a picture with you first, and then and then I'll photobomb a picture of you and your wife. Like, I'm not. This is insane.
It is crazy when you meet those skaters.
It's such a weird business that we're in. Like, we go and we do things, and everybody expects that. Everybody in the business knows everyone, and that we were never kids and we never had any sort of childhood. Like, you hear stories of from Leo talking about shooting Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and when Luke was on, and all of a sudden he was like, "Oh my God, it was Luke Perry," and it's like so I grew up with Leo, and so I never knew. Like, it's so crazy to see the adults now. And go, oh my God, they were kids and they loved the same stuff that all kids love.
Yeah.
It's the commonality that we find with people, where it's how I try to connect with people now when I meet them, is like, we're all just human beings. This is completely surreal what we do. The fact that we run into each other at my friend Balthazar's party, who I've been friends with Balti since we were 14. Him and Corin and everybody that was there at the party, like, we've all known each other forever. And all of a sudden, I'm at Balt's 50th birthday party. And it's like, oh my God, how did we get? And it's myself and Soleil and like this group of, we all knew each other.
Soleil was there?
Soleil was there.
Are you shitting me?
Soleil, she's really small. She's really small. So you probably just, she can disappear in a crowd.
Oh, I was like so freaked out at that party. I was like,
we stood in the corner and just watched. And then we got shamed for wearing
I do the
jeans.
same thing
really
though. I stand in the corner of those parties and I feel like the only reason I didn't at that one was because I knew so many people there.
What an interesting life experience to. So like when I go to Tampa, like I know a lot of people,
right?
And that's my comfort zone. It's like
you're big fish, yeah.
And it's like I grew up with all these, and like I know it's crazy. The connects I have in Tampa of like, oh yeah. How's your dad? And then to see you guys have that, you guys were all kind of did it a little bit on a canvas for all of us.
Yeah, we all know who you all are, which is different than, I don't know who anybody is.
No one knows who John and Jason Accardi are.
Well, I do.
Shout out to the Accardi brothers.
So
yeah, you do.
I do.
So it was, the business was so different when I was a kid, and Soleil and I, and like David Arquette, and like we were this
David Arquette.
And Leo and Toby, and like there were probably 20 kid actors in town that were working. So we all knew each other. We all went to all the teen magazine trips and the things together because the internet didn't exist, social media didn't exist, paparazzi didn't exist. So these teen magazines would they would spend money for us all the young actors to go to San Diego for the weekend. And they'd send a bus, much like the one that you have, not nearly as nice as the one that you have in your driveway.
Don't worry, it won't start right now. Keep going.
It was a school bus.
Yeah.
So they would pile us on this bus and they would take pictures from the time we got on to the time we got off after our trip. So we all knew each other, but it was this very small, like incestuous kind of group. And now all of a sudden to see how the business has changed and know these people that now are Academy Award winners. It's like, oh my God, it's so weird to see the kids that I grew up with. All of a sudden, like we are now the generation that are the top of the game in Hollywood. It's so weird. It's so surreal. It doesn't make any sense. And you see, Balton, he's got a mustache and he's like wearing a suit and shit.
He might be one of my favorite humans. Oh, out of all the like celebrities, Balthazar was like the first. He like DM'd me. He was like, hey man, you do have a style. You should wear tracksuits. And like, and I was like, this is Balthazar Getty. Like I was like, are we talking
right?
Fucking, and I was like, are you
now,
me?
did you know him because of the family name, because of the Getty name in the museum, or like Lord of the Flies?
I read one book growing up. And when I always heard people go, the book's not as good as the movie, or the movie's not as good as
Lord
the
of the
book.
Flies book?
And I only read Lord of the Flies. And so I was like, I am definitely seeing this fucking movie. And I'm going to be the guy walking out going, I like the book better. And I didn't. I liked the movie better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, Piggy looked like Piggy. I got the conch.
That's so crazy.
And so
bad.
And then when I first moved
you guys are like Googling and looking up.
So when I first moved out to Hollywood.
Walt since he was that age.
Wow.
I turned 16 and Corin and Balthazar and myself were good friends. And Corin and Balt picked me up at my parents' house and took me boogie boarding. And my mom, who I love her, my mom's amazing, but she was very like micromanaging when I was young. And she was like, what do you mean you're going to go away for your birthday? And I was like, it's my friends are here and I'm going to go boogie boarding.
I'm 16.
And we went to Venice and went boogie boarding. It was amazing. Or Zuma. It was one of those two. But yeah, I've known Balt since he was that age. Like he had literally just finished Lord of the Flies, I think, when we met.
Choosing work boots used to mean sacrificing comfort or durability. If they felt good, they didn't last. And if they lasted, they wrecked your feet. Brunt Workwear finally ended that trade-off, designing boots that withstand the toughest job sites whilst feeling as comfortable as your favorite sneakers. Founder Eric Garrard grew up blue collar and started Brunt after his friends in the trades encouraged him to start a workwear brand that was really built for them. That's why all Brunt products are named after the guys he grew up with. These might be the most comfortable work boots on the planet, but they also deliver real performance on the job. Whether you need waterproof, safety toe, or soft toe, pull up, or lace up, they've got you covered. They're so confident that these boots are going to blow you away that they'll let you even try them on the job risk-free. I think I got the Marin soft toe. And these boots are literally comfortable out of the box, and they go great with a pair of jeans. I'll tell you what, they're slick as shit. You can wear them out to a restaurant, and you look like, I don't say this being honest, but you look like a hipster. You look like someone who knows fashion, because that's what all the kids are wearing these days. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't need to break them in at all. And every other boot that I had like that, and I'd gotten another name brand boot like that when I was on the road thinking it was snowing, that's a cool boot to get. Dude, still not comfortable. Brunt was tired of workwear brands that was out there cutting corners. You work too hard to be stuck in uncomfortable boots that don't hold up. So they built something better. Boots that are insanely comfortable and built for any job site for a limited time. Our listeners get $10 off at Brunt when you use code Bertcast at checkout. Just head to bruntworkwear.com, use code Bertcast, and you're good to go. After your order, they're going to go, hey, where did you hear about Brunt? Do us a favor. Tell them that you heard about them on our show. Guys, enter the room dick first. God, that is a great sentence. Don't ever forget you have a dick. That is the best sentence I've ever heard. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet. It's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting. Like someone gave you your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And man, it delivers better sex. This isn't just about performance, gentlemen. It's about legacy, or should I say third legacy? Give her group chat something to talk about. When you lay it down, they're going to talk about how it gets up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little bit of a Blue Chew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we got a special deal for our listeners. As always, you get your first month of Blue Chew for free. Just use promo code Bertcast at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety information. And thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring 2 nights ago and this podcast. When I first moved out to LA, there was a girl, I wish I knew her name. I'm sure she's still around. And she was like an agent's assistant or like a publicist or something. I don't know how we got in touch. she wanted to be a manager. I forget what it was. She might have been a manager. She was like, I'm going to go to Balthazar's shoot on Melrose. Do you want to come with me? And I was like, Balthazar Getty? Like the one
from Lord of the Flies, whose book I've read 15 times.
Yeah, my one thing I get to talk about. Would you like to talk about his book, Lord of the Flies? She goes, he didn't write it. And I was like, he didn't?
Right.
And so
right. Wait, it's not an autobiography? Are you sure?
Yeah. But yeah, no. And so that was, and then when he reached out, I was like, oh wow. It's funny because, you know, you then become like, when you meet the people that were famous to you as kids, and then you become friends with them, you almost then go like, wow, I can't believe, like, there's never a part that doesn't like
it's not in awe.
Yeah. It's so funny. There was a woman that, I hope I tell this story right. There was a woman who was my hot.
So does this woman.
I hope she does not hear this.
Okay.
So she was my hot spin teacher. She was very nice,
Okay.
but like I didn't have anything in common with the teacher of spin class. Okay. She was really nice. She'd always chat you up after school. Australian chick, very pretty.
Yeah.
And I just was always like, oh yeah, and just leave and you know, because I could never remember her name, and then one day she was like, hey. My husband was in the class. Can you introduce you to my husband? I go, yeah, sure. And it's Jason Priestley. I go, you're married to Jason Priestley?
Get
I was
out
like, why
of
didn't
here.
you
It was
open with
Naomi?
that? Yeah, Naomi.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Naomi's English. She's not Australian.
Well, that's how much I listen.
Yes. So my fiance is Australian. So I now like really know the difference.
Did you meet your fiance on Dancing?
No. So we met before during COVID. We have a business manager in common.
Really?
And our business manager was like, nobody was going anywhere. And she came to my house and I made coffee and we were kind of sitting and talking. And she texted me afterwards and she was like, I have another client I think you should meet. I was like, okay. She was like, oh, she's on Dancing with the Stars. And I was like, I don't ever watch that show. I have no idea who you're talking about. So then she sent a picture and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll meet. Fantastic. So we started dating well before the show. I had passed on that show probably 15 years in a row leading up to the season because I'm not a dancer. Like I don't want to. Dave Chappelle talks about it, like standing there being judged for your cha-cha and the whole thing. You know? So
I'd imagine with 5 kids, you do have some moves though. You got rhythm.
Yeah. I did when I was younger. I'd break myself now. So yeah, no, we met and then they reached out because they knew we were dating, and then it was like, shit's COVID. There's nothing else going on. Like, why not? So,
Did you? My buddy produces that show, Conrad.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah. Conrad Green.
He left to go work with me.
Oh, was he?
And then he's one of my favorite human beings alive.
Okay.
Love that.
So then
dude.
What happened? Why is he back at?
I think he pitched a show and created it called Go Big Show.
Okay.
And we did 2 seasons and then they didn't want to do a third. So he's like, I'm back to Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. So he was a producer on the show. I think before Sharna got there, like in the early days. And then when he came back, she was super excited because he's like a powerhouse as far as the look and feel of that show. The executive producer that they had before wasn't that at all. And he was the producer when we were on.
Yeah.
So he really kind of took things in a direction that just didn't sit.
It's no joke
show.
that Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, no joke.
It's not like I got an offer one year to do it and I was like, I don't know. I'm on the road. Maybe. And they're like, no. The schedule is like.
They sell it to you as like, oh, it's like 2 hours a day of rehearsal, like 4 days a week. It is 7, because you don't want to look like an asshole on live Monday night. So you're dancing for like 6 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Wow.
And then Monday comes around and you're like, you're sweating like Tyson in a spelling bee because it's like, fuck, I can't remember any of this stuff. And I'm going to be judged for it. It is the most stressful thing I've ever done.
Really?
And I've never done a 7-day-a-week job. Like normally you have 5 days a week, 6 at the most.
Yeah.
Then you have a day off. This is Dancing with the Stars. There you go. Is 7 days a week. And it's voluntary, the practicing, but you don't want to look like an ass when you're out there. So it doesn't feel like it's voluntary. It feels like I better get in. We were renting like rehearsal spaces and dance spaces. Like we'd go in and rehearse at the show. So that was that picture right there. Yeah, with the hands on. So we.
Oh my God.
We did. I was only there for 4 weeks, and that was Disney week. So we had to do one night dancing as Disney heroes, and then one night dancing as Disney villains. So Sharna and I did Jack Sparrow and Barbossa. And at that point, we had so many like disagreements with this guy that was producing the show. When they announced that we were done, we were so excited. You can tell. We were like, yes! Like most people are like head down and they like, slowly like crawl away. We were so happy because before this, we were backstage and we were going, okay, we can't breach contract, but like being here just doesn't work anymore. Like we need to move. Like,
what did you think of? Because I have feelings about I've been a contestant on a reality show twice, I think. Mm-hmm. Twice?
I think twice. Yeah.
Twice. And it brings out a ugly side of me.
Well, it does. So the executive producer that was on then comes from reality TV. So he had this idea of Sharna and Brian will be like a reality show within a reality show. So we'll make the scoring a little lopsided. We'll make the critiquing, really harsh. So it creates this environment in rehearsals where they're kind of arguing with each other and it'll be something interesting. So I was not up for that.
What a bummer.
I was like, I don't care about dancing this much.
Yeah, right.
To like sit in these rehearsal rooms.
You'd be shocked how little I think about dancing.
Yeah, it was just like, what
a contrived narrative.
Yeah, it became bad. And, Sharna knew so many of the people there because she'd been there for so many years beforehand. So we had kind of inside information from people going, yeah, this is kind of what's going on. And it's not really you. But it was like from dance one, they were just, the critiquing was really rough. And there was, normally the critiquing is like, that, it's week one. Of course, there was a lot that was off, but it was really good. And I can see that. And it was just none of that. And every week it got worse and worse. And like for Disney week, we ended up doing, we had to dance to Snow White. And the story of Snow White is she's asleep, the prince kisses her, and then she wakes up.
Sounds a little rapey.
So, right. It's a little, it is, right, yeah. Somebody's been on too many red carpets. What's
your favorite Disney movie? Snow White.
Right.
So it's got a Bill Cosby thing about it.
It depends, right. Yeah. Well, it depends on what kind of question you're asking.
I mean, Beauty and the Beast. Fuck. So, what's one with the Chinese girl?
So, that's super inappropriate. So we got harshly critiqued for kissing, and you guys are just leaning on your relationship. And it was like, have you watched the movie? Like, I don't understand what more we could do in this. And it was just like negative after negative after negative. And it got to a point where we were just like, just let us go.
Now here's my question. Because like I have not done a lot of things. Now that I think about it, like my buddy Tom Segura has done less, but I've done. But
why call him out? Why throw him
just
down the
it's
stage?
fun.
Just like throwing him out. He's done one thing. He's done one thing.
Only one.
And so
lazy bastard.
No, just not talented. The the energy on a reality show is weird, but the energy on like a TV show can be weird.
Yeah.
Which has, and you were obviously, you were with the same cast for what, 10 years?
Yeah.
And so what was the energy like versus a reality show when you're with a group of people for 10 years and people are like, I know that you guys were all children and egos had to get involved.
Yeah.
And like, what was that like?
I think it was easier for the guys than the girls.
Really?
I think the women had some disagreements and arguments over like clothing and sort of their positions in photo shoots and like cast group shots and who was where. And it became a little rough sometimes for the guys. We didn't really care. We were like, we wanted like one pair of pants all season. Like, don't give me multiple pairs of pants. Like, same pants, just change the shirts. So we didn't care as much as they did. But it was a really cool family vibe. I mean, there are downsides to family. There are family members that you don't necessarily get along with, But then like Luke and I were, we were friends before we started doing the show. So we were like brothers on the show. Shannen and I had known each other for years. Tori and I got along really well. Jason and I, we were all a pretty amazing group for what it is we went through. I mean, that was such an extreme situation,
Oh.
That was insane. That was like, we went from watching New Kids on the Block getting mobbed and their tour buses and just the screaming girls and the stuff to all of a sudden it was us. It was like, wow, how the fuck did this happen? This doesn't make any sense.
How did you navigate that and not fuck it up? Because like none of you fucked it up.
I think Aaron, in his wisdom, in putting us on those stages in Van Nuys and not having us on a lot, where we had people from other shows going, "Oh my God, love the show, guy!" As you're walking to the commissary and all that shit. We weren't really aware of what was going on completely. Like when we were shooting, we were in Van Nuys shooting.
How did you? This is a weird thing. How did you know you were famous? Because like now because you're all over online and you see online your numbers spike and all of a sudden your Instagrams are getting 1 million views. And
you can track it yourself.
You can track it.
Right.
But like you had to be like one day you go to the store and they're like, "Hey." And then you're like,
I started getting recognized at the gas station. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Some people are watching. And then it wasn't until we did a grad night thing at Disneyland. And it was packed full of people. And like Wilson Phillips, I'm going to totally date us and our show. Wilson Phillips was there performing. Another Bad Creation was there. Like it was this whole
ABC?
thing. Yeah, ABC was there. They did not wear their clothes backwards. I loved them.
I did too. They were awesome.
Oh my God. Belle Biv DeVoe just like killed it with them. So yeah, we went up on stage and we were on the Tomorrowland Terrace, the one that comes up out of the ground. And we came up and the place was packed and everybody was screaming, like losing their shit. And that was when we really realized when I really realized, oh my God, this is crazy. Like you'd get something out of your pocket and people would scream. And you were like, it was unbelievable. Like anything you did, it was just positive affirmation. It was crazy.
Did you, okay. How do you not, okay, you're, I'm guessing because so I was 18, you're 18, 17 at the time, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 17.
17.
Yeah.
I know what thoughts I had in my brain at 17 and 18.
Uh-huh.
And I can't imagine having access to those thoughts, to make those thoughts real. I'm talking about having sex with a ton of women. Like,
right.
How did you not look out at 17 and go, they're screaming for me. I wonder if I can have sex with all of them. Like,
I did. I mean,
hello.
Why would you not? So I was 17. I came from like not being cool in school to all of a sudden, like people gave a shit what I was wearing, what I was doing, who I was dating. And it was like, oh my God, I'm going to take advantage of this. This is unbelievable. And honestly, it lasted for probably a year or so. And then I realized like, it's not being this guy isn't for me. I'm a relationship guy. Tiffany and I started dating. We dated for
Amber Thiessen?
Amber Thiessen. Before she started doing the show, she was still doing Saved by the Bell.
You mean Kelly from House
Kelly Kapowski.
I'll just be over.
Yes, yeah. We're sitting on the couch with some real fans. Yeah. So yeah, we started dating, and I was like, I'm a serial monogamist. Like, I love this. I like being in love, and I like being able to come home to somebody. I hate the whole dating thing and having to go out and having to like wear cool clothes and act cool and whatever it just wasn't, it was exhausting.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was not a convincing yeah. I was like, yeah. Don't really understand that, but yeah. However, you are a serial monogamist also.
It was sort of a half.
My thing was I was just bad at sex. So I was like, I don't want to do this. It's like if you're not good at karaoke, you're not telling everyone, hey, let's go to a karaoke bar.
Right, totally. You're not a member of that bar.
Yeah, so I was bad at karaoke, and so I was like, it would be cool if there was one person that wouldn't mind me singing when I sing in the car and they liked it.
Yes.
Or if they could deal with it.
Understood.
I always wanted someone to get me. Like I was so broken in like feelings and internalizing. I'm still broken today. You walked into a legit fight with me and my wife where I was like, because she didn't get the joke that I showed you.
I did get the joke. I was joking back, and you didn't get the joke. He sent a joke, and I busted his balls, and then he didn't get it. We've been married 21 years.
21 years.
We've been together almost 24, I guess, 23. I don't know, something like that.
And what? So I'm going to interview you now.
Please. Why am I with her? What?
No.
With
so
him?
the brokenness, that. What did that stem from? Childhood, also school was. What do you think set that in motion?
I don't know. Well, I've talked about this in therapy.
Who should answer this question? You or me?
Go ahead. You answer it.
I might know you better than you do.
Go ahead. You answer it.
It's from childhood.
From childhood.
100%. It's from childhood. Yeah.
Huh.
It's from trauma in childhood and places where he never had a voice or didn't feel like he could, the only option he had was to apologize and be wrong. I don't know, breaking all of his teeth out in a baseball game and being made to finish that ball game before he could take care of his health might have been a problem.
There's a few bumps.
I broke my nose skating. I hit my forehead so hard on the ground that my nose broke.
God, how does that happen? You didn't hit your nose, you hit your forehead.
Right, I hit my forehead. I had the biggest knot on my forehead. It looked like somebody hit me with a baseball bat on my forehead. And I got home and my dad was like, hey, you should just take a nap. Like, you'll be okay.
The opposite of
and then I went to school the next day and I'm like, I could feel my nose moving around on my face.
Lord.
And, and there's like snot dripping out of it. And I'm like, I went to school every single day. Like I think that generation did as well as they could.
Yes, well,
I guess.
I'm the
there
same
wasn't
way.
access to any.
You just kind of wipe
information.
yourself off and keep going. But
if I
stuff
hurt
like that.
myself, but a bone wasn't sticking out of the skin, like
Yeah,
I've never had a
all like
doctor.
that.
Like I never
but
had.
if all your teeth are broken and you're bleeding in the middle of a ball game,
No, you got to
still
finish
go?
that ball. If you're batting well, you got to finish
it depends
that game.
on who the person is that has to go through it.
Right.
You dealt with it differently than he does.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think
You're
also,
a little bit more. I'm sure you're.
I'm a little softer.
He's very
I'm a
sensitive.
soft boy.
And he also was the guy that was in a Speedo and like knee-high moccasins, and his dad was in Brooks Brothers going, what
so
the
you
fuck
were
are
wearing
you
cool stuff.
Yes, but the dad was like, I don't understand this package in its entirety. And mom did, same as mom. But dad was
brothers
like,
and sisters.
I don't get it.
Two sisters.
Two sisters, and I would say,
oh boy, so that's a rough one then for you being an only boy.
Oh yeah, I was an only boy, but I was not. I don't think. I've obviously just met everyone I work with. I work with women, so like I have female energy.
Yeah,
and so I definitely. I don't know.
I've seen you even on your cooking show, like crying with people. Which
Very
is
sensitive.
I just cried at a magic
It's
trick
amazing.
the other day.
Right.
He did cry at a magic trick.
Yeah, no,
just
I
cried at a
get
magic
it.
trick, and I ended up crying, and he was like,
Oh,
I've never had that
I
reaction.
cry when I see commercials and like if I'm watching, if I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see like I just bawl.
What was the one today? I was bawling at an Instagram post, and I was like, oh no, fucking dumbass Tom Hayslip sent a horrifically edited video of just I mean, it's so bad.
A family vacation.
A family vacation like 10 years ago. And I was like,
done.
And I'm on the toilet and I go, what the fuck's this? And I'm bawling on the toilet and I was like, hey, don't do that. Like, you know what? I don't even remember. I think Alzheimer's is going to be great. Not to remember. any of the fucking great times I had, and just to be like, I don't know, today's today. Who's this chick sucking my dick? Brand new, just met her.
Right. Hey, hot stuff.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
This show is sponsored by Ben-A-Bone. Man, Ben-A-Bones are awesome. I was at the recent NASCAR event. I ran into one of the reps at Ben-A-Bones, and I told him my dogs love Ben-A-Bones. And he sent me a box of Ben-A-Bones. I put it on Instagram. Let me tell you, they freaked out. These Ben-A-Bones are durable, long-lasting dog chew toys made to stand up to super chewers. I have 2 bull mastiffs. One's 160 pounds, one's 150 pounds. And these things last forever. They're made in the USA. And my dogs love the flavors. They have real flavors like bacon, peanut butter, jack salmon, duck, and more. And the shapes, I mean, they literally sent every flavor in every shape. We got wishbone, stick, ring. They give you a dental one. And they also have these puppy-friendly options. And I'm telling you, this is how you know they're good. They have over 100,000 5-star reviews on Amazon. If you've bought these individually, you're going to be spending up to $70. But right now, you're getting 50% off. It's so nice. Look, when you give your dog a chew toy and they lose their mind, it's the best feeling in the world. These are easy to pick up and chew for the dogs. They're curved. Both our dogs will sit in their dog. Then I got to tell you, my dogs are dog chew toy. You buy a bed for my dogs, and they sleep in that bed. You buy a chew toy for my dogs, and if it's Ben-A-Bone, they're in on it, and they are paw friendly. Like literally, I see them with their little paw friendly grip just wrapped around. They last for weeks, and like I said, they have sizes for all dogs. If you got a tiny dog, if you got a giant dog, and I'm just telling you, my dogs love them. And there's a lot of toys we bought for our dogs that they haven't loved, but these Ben-A-Bones, man, they do the trick. And they don't leave a huge mess. Like, you buy the ones from the butcher that are frozen, then all of a sudden your couch smells like an animal. They don't leave a mess. And right now you get 50% off. If you're a listener, you get 50% off at benabone.com/Bertcast. That's benabone.com/Bertcast. 50% off right now at benabone.com/Bertcast. I haven't had a first kiss in a long time, probably 21 years. Yeah, no, definitely 21. No, I kissed someone on a movie. Here's my point. The closest thing I've gotten to a first kiss, nicotine. And Lucy is the best delivery method I've ever had of nicotine. 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco-free. And here's the beauty of Lucy. I met the 2 owners of Lucy at Taylor Lewan's house. I think that's the first time I tried them. And they have this little like capsule inside it with a little extra flavor, a little burst of hydration that you can choose to use at the end or the beginning. I am such a whore for pleasure. I choose to break it right at the beginning. But I'm telling you, nicotine is like a first kiss. And these Lucy's, they deliver the purest, 100% pure nicotine. And the beauty, you can set yourself up with a subscription. So they're delivered straight to your door. You never have to worry of like, oh shit, do I have my stash? I'm going on vacation. Do I have what I need? You will have what you need because it goes right to your door. Their flavors are amazing. If you want one for the morning, I always go mint, wintergreen. Always delivered. If you're having cocktails, maybe a little vodka soda with a mango or an apple ice. And then if you're taking the dump, try espresso. That's just, look, we know how great a nicotine shit is. It's the best. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/Bertcast and use promo code Bertcast to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind again. That is lucy.co and use code Bertcast to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Do you get FOMO?
No.
No?
Not really.
Do you look on Instagram? What's your Instagram look like?
What is my personal
like when you scroll, what comes up the most?
DIY stuff.
Really?
Yeah, DIY stuff and then parenting stuff. Like it's such a weird combination. Like, yeah, we'll show you how to build a shed and how to cry over
with your kids.
Yeah, cry with your kids. in the treehouse that you just built them,
Right.
which you might want to paint because then it, waterproofs the wood. So ridiculous. The knowledge that I have is the most, I know the most random, ridiculous shit constantly. Where I'm looking at someone, I go, hey, you should just put a little tar and paper on the bottom of that. And I'm like, fuck, stop.
That's not random for everybody. It's just random.
I'm like those progressive
in your group.
commercials with the guy trying to keep them from being like their dads when they get,
No.
Oh, you should really.
We let them build a fire.
Yeah,
we
nobody-
let them build
yeah.
a fire.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody asked you. It's fine.
Mine's watches, chicks with no bra. I don't know why. It's awesome.
Chicks with no bra.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's like a specific search. So a buddy of mine, when his daughter was getting older, he randomly was looking at her phone, and as she was getting older, she started looking up boobies with no shirts. Like that was her, because she was curious about boobs, but wanted to actually see some real ones.
Boobies with no shirts.
Boobies with no shirts.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Boobies with no shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So funny. You have 5 kids?
The simple times. I have 5 kids.
5 kids. How old are they?
23, 13, 11, 9, and turning 3 this Saturday.
Wait, 23,
Turning 3?
13. So that's not the same lady, right?
No.
13, 10.
13, 11, and 9 were with my ex-wife. And then my fiance now and we have the
3-year-old.
almost 3-year-old.
I don't know who's the first lady.
The first lady is Vanessa. That's her name.
Vanessa?
Yeah.
Vanessa
Marcel.
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
That's
these people.
okay.
Female actresses, I've never been like Shannen Doherty. I knew who that was because she was my thing.
Of course.
Like you probably, if you're 35 and younger, I do not know who you are. Like I didn't know Mickey Bobby Brown was
Millie?
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown?
Millie Bobby Brown. I thought was Bobby Brown's
not.
daughter.
So did I.
Yeah.
For
Bobby
years.
Christina.
For years.
Bobby Christina.
Right.
I'm the same way with most of the famous women, and I don't know. My fiance now will be like, "Oh, she's an Instagram." I'm like, I don't.
Here's a weird thing about famous chicks, like that sounds famous women, but like they're also
chicks.
gorgeous.
I mean, that's if you want to, kind of.
They're also gorgeous. So your always, and so your eye is drawn to them naturally, and that's not one of my moves. Like if I see a beautiful woman, I'll give her a glance, but then I'll look away. So I don't take time. The person I learned that on was Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon is fucking kidnappable. I mean, she is so adorable. And I saw her, and I was single at the time, and I was like, God damn it. Wow, like you just can't stop looking at her. And I'm like, do I know her? Like I feel like I grew up with her. And then I just went, hey, what's up? What are you writing in that book? And it was her diary.
She was
going
business.
through a breakup. She's like, excuse me? And I was like, what you writing? And she was like, my thoughts. And I went, cool.
Good.
And then she was like, I guess she's not going to ask me any questions.
Hey,
I was
good
like,
talk.
And then my buddy Croy goes, you know Reese Witherspoon? I was like, that's Reese Witherspoon?
I always had an issue when I was younger of like fear of rejection. So I never really put myself out there with girls. I did a couple times when I was younger, and because I was 5'4" for years, I just was rejected. So I just got to a point where I was like, I'm not doing that again. Like that's, and it was like there would be a girl at school, and I was like, oh, I'm in love with her, and of course she's like dating the quarterback, or who then wanted to kick my ass later because he heard that I had a crush on. It was
it's got to be weird to play cool on TV, but you're ultimately an actor. Like that's like every actor is just kind of like trying to figure themselves out, and they're always soft and sensitive. And no, like even I wonder if James Dean was still like kind of like, I don't know, man. Like, do I fit in?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so Luke was a cool guy, you would assume, but he was really sweet and kind and not a bad boy that you would expect him to be, which is why he was so amazing to be friends with. Because he was the coolest guy in the world to me. Like he was the new James Dean at that point, and just didn't act like it at all. Just didn't care what he was wearing, didn't care what people thought, was just incredibly kind. Like I heard stories after he passed of, he used to carry a pocket of balloons whenever he'd fly, So yeah, this one's gonna get you.
There's two of my biggest fears in the world:
Balloons and flying. Fantastic.
And he'd dress up as a clown. Keep
So
going.
right. He'd blow up the plane. So he used to carry a pocket of balloons. So when a kid was crying on the plane, he could blow up a balloon and carry it back to them.
Aww.
That gives me so much anxiety.
Yeah.
But that is very, very sweet.
Leanne and him
sweet.
were besties.
We were not. No. He lived at the end of our
He lived at
street.
the end of our street.
Did he?
Right at the end of our street. And we have Mastiff dogs.
Yeah.
So I walk my dogs a lot. If he was ever in the yard, he would say, hey,
There was a
beautiful
man who lived
dogs."
on your street who was in a wheelchair, and Luke bought him a new wheelchair.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He
I know
would
who that is. Yes.
he would hear about
Oh.
like different people in the hospital across the country, and he
Mhm.
would fly there. He'd never tell anybody.
Mm.
He would fly there and like spend the afternoon with them and hang out, and just was such a kind human being.
Just really super regular.
Yeah, super regular.
Really regular guy. Every time I talk to him walking the dogs,
he
he's
was
my
just-
neighbor.
He was just the nicest
His
guy.
son's a professional wrestler.
Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack is an incredible wrestler and an incredible guy as well.
The best hair, Jack.
damn.
That hair to
So
die for.
Luke used to make fun of his Jack's sideburns because he had curly hair. So he was like, he's got the meatloaf like mutton
Yeah.
chops on the sides.
Shannen Doherty, there was a time where I said to myself, if this happens, I'll leave my family.
She was beyond a hall pass. She was like, hey, I'm going to ditch all of this and I'm going to start a whole new life.
You want to talk about a weird group of people? Me, her, and Coolio.
What?
Sitting on
Oh
the
my
back.
God. This
What
is a
story
joke.
is this?
This is a
By the way,
setup
I
for
can
a
say
joke,
whatever I
right?
want.
We're
They're
all at a
both
bar.
passed.
Yeah.
But me, her, and Coolio are we're doing a show called Scream If You Know the Answer. Do you remember that show?
Mhm.
And there was a British version. They were doing the British version,
Uh-huh.
and I was hosting the American version. But we were shooting them simultaneously at the same park, and we were all on a break. And I was like, oh my God, so beautiful, and in person more beautiful
Yeah.
than on camera. And I just was like, one of the producers was Jason Nash. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my
And
God.
he was like, and we're all, what are we doing? And he was like, I don't know, Bert, tell him this time about the time you fought a bear. And she was like, what? And so I tell the story. That's a bit now, but about the time I fought a bear. And her husband was there. She was married, I think, at the time, or a
Kurt?
boyfriend. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Dude. She was
Yeah.
with someone. But
Oh, that narrows it down.
Yeah.
You're
Perfect.
right.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Again, 50%
You're right, yeah.
of the
But
population.
so I tell the story, and she kind of cocks her head as like a listener does, like they do this thing. And then she goes, wait, is that a real story? And I said, yeah. And she goes, tell me another one. And so I tell another story, like just a stand-up bit, but I'm doing it in person. She goes, what's up with you? Like, you're interesting. And I was like, say the word, I'll leave my family. Say the word. Say the word, I'll
Right.
leave my family.
I love you. I just wanted you to know that.
And then my real claim to fame is right before she passed, she didn't text Heather Locklear. She texted me. Jillian Barbary. I was like, you're friends with Shannen, right? And Jillian's like, yeah. I go, did you talk to her before she passed? She goes, I texted her, but I texted Shannen because I was like, everything you're doing, like, I'm terrified of death, and everything you're doing is sharing this is like, it's
So
really kind of fucking
brave,
powerful,
man.
and it's hitting me, and I will. There's a solace. You have to know that one day I will be facing what you're facing. I'm just not there yet.
Super brave to, like, at that point in her life, decide I'm going to clear the air on all the old school 90210 stuff that people have heard, the Charmed stuff, like all all like the stories that were made up. Plus, I'm going to be completely honest and real in this situation, which is fucking terrifying for her. Terrifying.
It was really
Yeah.
deep. Really deep.
I mean, at the point when, you're fighting cancer and then you go in and they go, yeah, it spread to your brain. Oh my God.
Yeah.
How do you
Hear that. How do you even hear it?
how do you take a breath after that? I mean, how do you not just completely fucking shut down and crawl into a hole and just sit there until your day is done? And she didn't.
No.
It was amazing.
Yeah. She was. Yeah.
She didn't have any kids or anything, did she?
No.
No.
She was I think what spurred on the breast cancer was she was going through IVF with her ex-husband because she wanted to have a kid, and that triggered the cancer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tragic.
Yeah.
That's doubly tragic.
Yeah.
Did you ever hook up with her?
I mean,
We
have to turn this around.
A little bit.
What's like if you
Dabbled.
Yeah. We dabbled.
Okay.
And then we were like, God, we've known each other too long. This is strange.
Yeah,
but it was fun.
So okay. So we're just gonna say kiss, okay?
Okay.
I know you're married.
Yes, yeah.
But all of a sudden, say Robert De Niro, Johnny Depp, Keith Richards, fucking everyone's in here, and like all the big.
I'd kiss them all.
No.
Was that the question? No.
Jack Nicholson. All the big stars are in here, and they're like, all right, let's play a big dick game. Hottest chick you ever kissed. Tell us the story. And everyone goes through, and you're like, run through your brain. I'm not doing my wife because that's not going to impress them, right? They'll be like, oh, come on, no wives. I'd be like, I'll tell you my story. You ready?
Yeah.
14 years old.
Uh-huh.
We're at New Smyrna Beach, me, Cayman, and Alan, and a group of 20-year-old chicks walk by us. And we're like, hey, you guys want to hook up? And they start laughing. And they're like, you guys are teenagers. And I go, 14, almost 15. And the girl goes, how many girls have you kissed? I was like, tons. And she goes, be real. I go, 2. She goes, you kissed 2 girls? I go, just 2? I knew their names. She goes, I'll kiss you. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
Right, you're kidding.
She was like 23 years old, and she came over and made out with me. And I was doing it wrong at the time, apparently. Like, I was just like this, ha, ha, ha. And then Cayman and Alan, they left. They hung out with us for a second. They left. And I thought about that that's like my favorite.
Oh my God.
But I better than my first kiss ever. That one time, she was 23 years old. And I know that I got molested, but man, I think about that. She's got to be fucking 64 now. But man, I hope she hears this and goes, that was you?
Right.
Or she's like, I did that to a lot of boys.
Let's do this again.
Right.
We'll just put these teeth in
Yeah.
and we'll get down to business.
What's one kiss you remember?
My very first, I wouldn't say kiss, I'd say my first like makeout session. She lived like 4 blocks away from me. So I rode my bike to her house. And I remember getting out of her house and fucking sweating profusely. And I had to ride my bike back home. And I just knew my parents were somehow going to know. And like I had done something wrong.
So you kissed a girl?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I liked it a lot. Like, it was really, and it was like, it was a makeout session. Like it was one of those first times where I left and I felt like, oh man, I feel like a man right now.
Well, you could like describe
Let me get
her
back
molars
on
in detail.
my dirt bike and, huff it home.
That's adorable.
Like that's what men do, I'm going to let the air out of these tires. And let
I
it
hope
breathe a
my
little
parents
bit.
don't see through me.
She said to me when we got married, she said, I said, is it crazy that we're never going to have sex with anyone else? And she goes, no, that's not that weird. I said, really? And she goes, yeah, I like the fact that it was just me and you. I went, really? And then she said something that kind of blew me away. She goes, I'm bummed that I'll never get another first kiss. She goes, they're so fun. They're so fun that like waiting and is he going to do it? Or from the other side of the fence, first kisses sucked dick. They were like, they were
Really?
terrifying because you were like, fuck, should I kiss her? Should I not kiss her? I don't want to. And then you kindly, and then she's like, she turned away. No, I'm not doing it. And I was like, there's so many girls I dated that I never kissed. I think they think I'm gay. So go ahead.
Oh, you want me
You
to?
might be.
I
might be.
Still be.
Yeah,
Could
sure.
be. You're very sensitive that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So, am I telling my first kiss story?
No. Yeah, sure. Do that one.
Okay, first kiss.
Sure, she's 7 years old.
4th grade.
Hunting frog.
9 years old. 4th grade.
Hold on. I was joking.
I was in 4th grade. It was at Franklin
Here we go. This is
Petrozic's
what,
house.
see how this podcast is bringing
Yeah,
us
right,
together in this
right.
room right now?
Fourth fucking
grade.
great.
I was at Franklin Petrozic's house, and
You remember his name?
it wasn't Franklin.
Oh, okay.
Franklin threw a party. I went to a really tiny private school in Georgia.
Uh-huh.
There were like 50 students from kindergarten to like 8th grade. It was tiny.
You living in Atlanta at the time?
I was in Atlanta at the time, and this little boy Jim, I had the biggest crush on his neck. He was so cute. And Franklin dared us to go behind his above ground pool and kiss. And Jim was like, let's go. And so I did. And I kissed him, and I thought my entire body exploded. I was like, that was the best thing I have ever done. It was so awesome. And then I never talked to Jim again. I was so shy.
Wow.
I was like shut down and like.
Yeah, I never talked to this girl.
Yeah, I never talked to him
either.
again.
First time I ever had sex was in a closet at a party. Yeah.
I would love to hear the rest of this.
Yeah.
Was it
no,
in Spin
that's
the
the whole
Bottle?
story. That's literally the beginning, middle, and end, all right there.
Was it a large closet in which you could lie
I
down?
know. I could lay down. It was a walk-in
Okay,
closet.
I'm picturing you're standing up
In a
with
coat
brooms.
closet,
Yeah, no.
Like a coat closet.
It was, I was in high school. Like I was late to come to the party on all that.
No, high school's appropriate.
And
Go
then,
ahead, Stacey. You want to tell your story?
Yeah,
Stacey was 37 when she lost her virginity.
right.
I'd had 2 kids by then.
By the time
With
you
the
lost your
first, that's
virginity.
fantastic. I love that. Good for you. That is, you committed to it. You, like,
God, we're really running the gamut. Fourth grade.
yeah,
It's just a kiss.
37, fourth grade. Yeah.
It's a late bloomer.
Yeah, that's kids. I wonder if kids lose their virginity earlier now.
I do not think so.
Did your son come to you and talk to you about like birds and bees stuff?
Never did. I think he learned in school. I mean, it seems like kids learn most of it in school now from their friends.
That's how back in our day we learned. The janitor pulled us aside. And he told us.
I didn't learn
He
from
was
my
like,
parents.
He was like, "Oh, let me tell you how you fuck someone." You're like, "What the fuck?"
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I learned from watching movies. I mean,
Did you?
Yeah, in the 80s. I mean, like straight up rated R movies were.
I
Like
watched
soft
porn at
porn.
a friend's house one time down the street, and I was like, "Get out of here!"
Yeah,
That's
it's crazy.
amazing.
My dad had Playboys everywhere. So, I mean, from a young
My
age.
dad never did.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Workplace stress is now one of the top causes of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce experiencing higher than normal levels of stress. I am in a work atmosphere right now, and God, it's real. There's so many different personalities that are present. And, you think, how do I battle stress? You get the weekends off. Most of us can't just say goodbye to work, but we can start with small focuses on wellness, like what I've been doing, sitting out in the sun, going and taking a nice walk down the street, smelling that fresh air. A holiday is great, but it isn't a long-term solution for stress. Don't forget that therapy can help you navigate whatever challenges the workday or any day might bring. I am telling you, man, I'm not often in a workplace, other than a comedy club or a theater where it's like, waitresses and security. But when you work in an office, you get all these different personalities present. And man, it feels like sometimes personalities challenge personalities. And the best way to navigate this is through therapy. I am in hardcore therapy. Bro, I brought up something yesterday that is childhood trauma that happened at work that I don't normally deal with because I don't normally deal with this many people. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally, and it works. With an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5, over 1.7 million client reviews. It's convenient also. That's the only reason I love BetterHelp as a sponsor. Online therapy makes so much more sense than in-person therapy. And with BetterHelp, you can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, you can switch therapists at any time just at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. And our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Bert. That's BetterHelp.com/Bert. I'm in Atlanta and I'm playing the best golf of my life, and it is because of PXG. Mr. Bob Parsons changed my golf game. I'm telling you. I met Mr. Parsons out in Scottsdale, and I had another set of clubs, and he said, "You want to change your game?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, let me fit you with a set of clubs. And he fit me with my first set of PXGs. And bro, I was crushing it. Then I gained weight, then I lost weight. Now I'm gaining weight. If you want to improve your performance on the golf course, a PXG fitting is the only way to do it. PXG is... The clubs are gorgeous. You get to pick every part of your club. That's the cool part, is you get to pick the face, the shaft, meaning like the color, the type of grip you have. But more importantly, the PXG fitters are highly trained, incredibly experienced, and have a wildly deep understanding of how to optimize your clubs to get the most out of your swing. They brought me in. They said you have above average swing speed, which, humble brag, but I liked to hear. But I was always playing with a less stiff shaft. They stiffened my shaft. And then as I literally watched them do this, they set me up with a driver. I said, I got to pick the degree of the driver. I got to take everything I liked about the driver I have. And they literally hit me hit one. And then they go, okay, click, click, try it now. Boom, click, click, try it now. Boom, click, click, try it now. Next thing you know, I am striping it down the center of the fairway like 290 yards. And that is no joke. I'm getting the most distance I've ever gotten. I'm getting the most accuracy I've ever gotten. And I have to tell you, I get people looking at my putter like it's a 32-year-old wife with fake tits. People look at my PXG putter and they envy it. And that is the best feeling. I have my clubs here. Thank you, Mr. Parsons. Thank you, PXG. But more importantly, for you, if you are a golfer, schedule your fitting today and let me hook you up. For a limited time, you can save up to 20% off your entire order. Head over to pxg.com/Bertcast. That's pxg.com/Bertcast. That's pxg.com/Bertcast to save up to 20% on your entire order. pxg.com/Bertcast. Restrictions apply. See site for details. Let's go golfing. What were your parents like? Are they
My dad's a drummer. Still.
For real?
Yeah. Professional drummer. He was touring with Glenn Campbell when I was born.
No way.
Yeah. So my dad toured with him for years. And then when I was probably around 2, my dad was like, I should probably stop touring now and spend a little more time at home. So he started doing all studio stuff. He played with like Sinatra and the Doobie Brothers. He had a really cool career.
Amazing.
And then when I started working, it sort of took over for everything. My dad was my manager. My mom was my business manager. I was just working nonstop once I started.
So wait, how does that work when you had an agent, I'm sure, negotiating like deals and stuff?
Yeah.
And your mom's taking care of your day to day, or your mom's taking care of your
My
money?
mom's taking care of all the finances that come in. And then my dad is the one who's talking to my agency and he's making sure.
Is that why you're normal?
I don't know.
You're bizarrely normal.
Your brothers and sisters?
I do. I have an older brother and an older sister from my mom's first marriage. So, but I'm an only child from my dad. I don't know. Like I'm sure a lot of morals come from parents. I mean, that to me, that's my job as a parent, not to tell them the people they're going to be, but to make sure that they are good people at whatever it is they're doing, whether they're building furniture or they're, their grips or whatever it is. Just like be a good fucking person while you do it.
Do you know what sucks about being a parent is like your job is to raise a great kid so that they can successfully leave you and have a great life and not need you. Your
job is to raise a great adult human being.
Mm-hmm,
but if you do a good job, you get fucked in the ass and you just get left. And they just like, if you do a good job and we did a good fucking job, then one day you're like, how come they don't call? And you're like, because they're living these.
It depends on how you look at it though. Like my 23-year-old I'll text him, I'll leave him a message sometimes and I won't hear back from him for like 4 or 5 days. And there's that part of me that's like, oh my God, he doesn't love me anymore. But the reality is he's so busy working. He busts his ass working. So what am I going to be pissed at him for being a fucking responsible human being? And every story I ever hear from anybody that meets him is like, he's such a good guy.
Right.
He's such a nice, caring individual.
Yeah, that's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So,
that's
it's
what you want to hear. That's what you want.
That was my job. I take it as I did my job well.
Mm-hmm.
And he's fucking busy right now. And then, as things settle down for him and he starts finding his way a little more and finding consistency in life, he'll come back around more. But when I was 23, I wasn't I wasn't reaching back out to my parents all the time and
You
seeing what
couldn't
was going
find
on.
me.
No.
When I was 23,
I was fucking out everywhere. I was at every party, at everybody's house. I was doing everything that I could to feel like an adult.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed
And
to
especially a guy.
do. Yeah.
my dad will send texts and then he'll go, does no one read these fucking things?
Right.
Someone reply.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, sorry. That's
Sorry.
really cool.
Yeah.
Thank God that wasn't around when you were a teenager. Like he couldn't text you when you were a teenager. So he couldn't do that. He couldn't.
Well, and I had a pager, but my parents were, because they paid the bill on it, they were very strict of like, when we paid you, you call us back. So I was like frantically looking for a,
right.
a phone, in the mall or a payphone anywhere.
Right.
Whoa, what's going on? Oh, we were just checking. Your mom made mac and cheese. And so it's still hot right now if you want some.
So you have 3 different people that you co-parent with.
Yeah.
How is that? Is that confusing? Is it?
It is. It's a lot.
I would imagine.
My oldest son's mom and I didn't co-parent well at all. We were young and just didn't understand the value of not sharing everything, not involving him in everything. We didn't get that, and then my ex-wife and I, because we were together for a long enough period of time, I really got to grow as a parent. We had 3 together. So we co-parent well. I mean, we have very different parenting styles and we're very different human beings.
Do they live with you or with her?
Both.
Or they just go back and forth?
They go back and forth.
God, that would be so fucking awesome.
I'd
kill it as that dad.
So really what's funny
I actually
is,
did, because I was on the road all the time. So I just show up. I'd be like, party's here.
Right.
And then they'd be like, yeah. And then I'd be like, let's fucking go. And I was like, all right, I'm going to Des Moines. Take care, guys.
What's really cool that you find as a parent is like, at first there's that heartbreak of like, oh my God, I'm only going to see you guys half the time and I'm going to miss so many things. And then you realize like, oh, I get to like recharge while I don't have you guys. I get to like do things for myself and feel. So then when you're with me, I can give you all of my time and energy because I'm ready for it. I feel.
You don't have to get a babysitter? That's amazing.
Divorce is not that bad.
Well, I'm from my parents divorced. And when my dad picked me up every other weekend and all summer, I was the entire focus because he saw me 4 days a month. So for the rest of the month, he could work like late hours and go out and be a bachelor. And when I showed up, it was all about me. It was really amazing.
My parents were married. They're still married. Mm-hmm. But I grew up with Robin Thicke, whose dad, Alan, and his mom, Gloria, had been divorced the whole time I knew him. And it was such a great example to me as a kid of 2 parents that kept their own stuff to themselves. Like it never affected us. So I would be at his dad's house or I'd go to his mom's house with him. And they were 2 completely different worlds. We went to his mom's house and it was like everything was, it's dinner time and we were all around the table and it was like this small family house. And then we went to his dad's house and it was just party time. It was like, he had the pinball machines and the stuff and the pool table and the things. So we would party over there.
Alan Thicke is cool as shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's cool as shit.
Yeah. So
I was on a flight with him one time and I was getting recognized and Alan Thicke was there. And it was I'm guessing it had to be American only because that's all I flew then. But it was the business class where there's 1 on the outside, 2 on the inside. And I'm right here and I keep getting recognized. Like people keep recognizing me. And someone on the flight was in first class, knew me, said hi. And Alan Thicke stood up his seat, turned around and he goes, well, you must be someone. And I said, I am. And he goes, good luck with that.
Yeah. Sat down. He went through the whole gambit of it. He was writing all these like theme songs to shows and he wrote to, it wasn't different. Was it Different Strokes? He wrote a bunch of different, and he sang the theme songs.
Oh, look at this. These are all the theme songs.
That.
Yeah.
Facts of Life, Three's Company, Wheel of
Different
Fortune.
Strokes.
Different Strokes.
Yeah.
How about that?
Did you know that?
No.
Yes, she was on Days of Our Lives. She was a singer. So what's funny is my dad played drums for her.
Are you serious?
So the first time when I hung out with Robin and then we went to Gloria's house, my dad and Gloria had been friends for years. And it was like, how the fuck did this happen?
That's leaving on a jet plane. Oh my God, I had no idea.
Yeah. So he had this like really amazing career in writing, and he sang a lot of those songs, which is what Robin got it from. He had an incredible voice from his mom, from Gloria, who's this unbelievable singer. And then his dad, who's this he was a prolific writer. So, Robin and I, we had a group when we were younger, just for fun, because it was kind of for us, it was like, oh, what we'll do. But like the music that we were surrounded by. David Foster was good friends with Alan. And so we were at David Foster's house as kids, jumping on his trampoline in Malibu.
Have you written a book?
No, and people have said that I should.
You completely
But I hate writing. And I hate reading.
Don't write. You know what you do is you sit down in a format like this and you tell stories.
Yeah.
He does
in
have a
chapter
podcast
form.
called Auditions Podcast with Randy Spelling and your wife, correct?
Yeah. Oldish.
Oldish.
Yeah.
Oldish.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic.
Perfect.
Oldish.
Oddish.
I remember
Oddish.
her. I watched Days of Our Lives every day as a kid.
Yeah.
How
Gloria.
crazy.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
I still she just had a birthday party. And so it was myself and my fiance and Robin and his wife and Gloria and his older brother. Like it was just this small group when we were at this tiny restaurant having like breakfast. It was so great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's so great to have those friendships with people that were like genuine friendships.
Yeah.
I still see his brother and his uncle and Alan's brothers. It's like it just
family.
takes you right back.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Like Robin and I see each other and it's like, oh, we knew each other back during the days of like we were young and dumb.
Wait, what
Amazing.
music do you listen to?
So I'm still hip hop.
Okay.
I'm 90s. So I like classic hip hop is my shit. Hip hop, R&B.
Who are your favorite hip hop? Who's like your top 5?
Tribe Called Quest.
Really?
Yeah.
I was never. I like Tribe Called Quest. I love Tribe Called Quest, but I was always more thuggish. Like I liked.
You were more like West Coast.
No, actually, in all honesty,
like Wu-Tang.
No.
Like,
More. I love Wu-Tang. I loved West Coast. I loved Snoop. I loved Dre. I loved Eminem. I loved all of it. But what I loved the most was Southern, like Atlanta, Tennessee,
like Outkast and shit like that.
Outkast, T.I.
Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy was like.
Really?
Trick Daddy was like my fucking
It was
hero.
the theme song of when we had small children. It was all he played in the car with our kids.
Okay.
It was-
And then
It was
MJG and 8
maybe
Ball,
not.
Orange Mountain, Tennessee, like the Suave House.
Yeah.
Like all of that was like what I was obsessed with. And then when I moved to New York, it was 97. And so that was when DMX, Ja Rule, Cameron, Jim Jones, like that's when that all showed up.
See, so for me, I think I've always been more of a New York hip hop fan because I started breakdancing.
What?
And breakdancing came out of New York, So that was always like as soon as hip hop started blowing up and you had Tribe and you had like Gangstar and Premier and you had
Dude. That's so fucking crazy. That's so keep going. I'm so sorry. I'm so you're saying names where I'm like,
like that was I mean, like I was a huge Wu-Tang fan, but KRS-One, Nas when I was younger, like there was just this certain kind of sound and vibe that I think really connected me to the late 80s because of breakdancing.
Yeah.
So I listened to a lot of West Coast stuff just because I'm from here, but I've always been East Coast.
I told someone the other day, it took me a minute to understand what Method Man was. Because I say this to you too, because you didn't like grow up with Method, but like hip hop was one thing. And then all of a sudden, pull up the Tikal.
Bring the Pain.
I came to bring the pain.
I came to bring the pain, hardcore from the
And
everything was like
doing
through
this
the
breathing
gold
thing, and he
fronts
had he had these.
he had the dead eye too.
Yeah.
Remember that with the Wu-Tang
do the cover of the album.
He had the contact in the one eye, so it was just like this white hazy.
So like you couldn't understand. Like I was like, what is this? This
Bring the Pain. Bring the Pain is still one of those songs where when it comes on, it takes me right back to that time period.
Did Chris Rock?
Chris Rock used it.
Is that from Method Man?
Yeah. Bring the Pain was from, and because he was playing Method Man's song when he came out. Yeah.
Are you gonna cry?
No, I'm not going to cry. Shut up, Leanne. Shut up.
Is this one of those moments?
Bring the Pain is the reason I do stand up.
Is it?
Oh,
okay.
Chris Rock's Bring the Pain. He went up. He started that. And this is back when you had no DVR, no nothing. And I was like, all right, I'm going to record this. And so I put a VCR and I recorded it on HBO. And I watched that. I was like, I'm going to be a fucking comedian. And then randomly, right after that, when did Bring the Pain come out? Because I think I got written up in Rolling Stone magazine like the next month. And 1997, I'm going to say November 1997.
And when did the song Bring the Pain come out?
Oh, that I know I was
Method Man.
I know where I was living when that came out.
94.
That's Bring the Pain, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that's so crazy. Method Man's a rapper I'd like to meet. Method Man?
I met Method Man.
Really?
Yeah. I met him at a I think it was like Comic-Con or something. I was there for the Terminator series I was doing. And all the women that worked with him and were walking it. He's tall. He's like 7'3" or 7. Like he's
what?
No.
6'3". Sorry, 6'3". Yeah.
7'3", and he's not in any of the music videos.
Right, totally.
It's just his nipples.
Right. It's just his boobs. He was like, oh, you know, all the girls are going crazy. And I was like, dude, I'm going crazy that you are talking to me right now.
I'll not to go tit for tat, but I'll tell you one that blew me away.
Okay.
We're at the Forum. We're all doing a night at the Forum like a year ago or whatever. And it's like, it's me, Tom, I think maybe Joe Coy. I forget. We did the Brady roast. So we're at the Forum every night. Tom's at the Forum and I go because I'm going to watch his new hour. Mm-hmm. And Tom has Too Short open for him. And I go, oh, fuck. So we sprint out to watch Too Short fucking rap before Tom goes on stage. I race after Too Short's set. I know the opener, so I don't need to watch his set, but I race around so I can get to the seats so I can see Tommy's set. I'm going to sit stage right for Tommy's show. And I run into Too Short in the hallway. And I go,
holy shit.
Todd Shaw? And he goes, Bert Kreischer. And I went,
whoa.
I go, you know who the fuck I am? He's like, hell yeah, man. I'm opening for your best friend. I know who you are. He's like, hey.
It's fucking
surreal.
I
fucking lost my mind. I was like, and then you're like, okay, it does make sense. If he knows Tom, he may know me. Like it, you know, but the idea that he said my name, I lost my shit. That was one of the, you know, the other one that was like, that got me was Cameron knew who I was.
Really?
Cameron and Jim Jones. And I was like, I go, kill a Cam? He was like, I'm just
so crazy.
Oh, dude, it's been Noriega is I mean, I text with him all the time. We're both run and we both drink and we both have podcasts. And he texted me last night. He was like, bitch, I'm flying to you to do a podcast. Tell me when, tell me where. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's so like
tit for tat. Let's go. Okay. Yeah. So I recorded an album in 1994, rap album.
Yes.
And I did it with my buddy Trey from the Far Side.
Yeah.
Who now he's been my best friend for years. I have two best friends and he's one of them. There you go. And this was pre Eminem.
Is the first track about losing your virginity?
No. No, it's not. It's about people, you know, me being the kid from 90210 and people listening in the closet to it and not wanting to talk about it in front of other people. So I record this album. It was back during like hip hop was massive. It was before Eminem came out. I was the white guy from 90210, so the album just bombed. Like it was just received horribly and crushed me because I grew up in music. So
your dad's a drummer? Yeah,
I grew up, I went to music academies. Like I went to performing arts schools.
Oh, did you?
Like Fame, I was the kid, I auditioned playing drums and I always thought I was going to be a drummer until I started acting. So like 3 years ago, a buddy of mine sends me a text and he was listening to this guy, Ninth Wonder, the producer. Was listening to, he does these like live things every once in a while on Instagram. And they asked what 2 of the most slept on albums were in his mind. And mine was one of them.
What?
And he screenshot this answer for me to see. And I was like, get the fuck out of it. Like, this is, Ninth Wonder is one of like the all-time greatest hip hop producers. So I messaged him on Instagram and I was like, dude, I just heard, just thanks. And he messages me back within like 10 seconds. Yo, with like 15 O's and an exclamation point. We start talking on Instagram instantly. We then share numbers. I'm talking to him on the phone. I went to his birthday just recently in North Carolina. I'm now working on a follow-up album to my 1994 album.
Shut up.
Making it sound like it was recorded in 1995. So it's like a direct follow-up. He's sending me beats. Coming from like in 95, my album just being so shit on, to 2025, and one of my favorite all-time hip-hop producers is sending me beats.
That
for
is
my album.
crazy. That's
And
so
I'll sit like,
crazy.
I'll record like a verse and a thing here and I'll send it to him and I'll go, hey, what do you think of this? Like it, and he'll go, dude, that's fucking dope. Just stay, keep doing what you're doing. It's like, oh my God, this is surreal.
That's so crazy.
Are you sending like 50-year-old man versus like, I don't have time to be mad at y'all. I'm worried about my
totally.
cholesterol.
Right. When I'm meditating in it's being a parent is really important because
I have no idea about drop off.
Right. I just have my root canal done and it's when I get hair transplants, I like to hit up no.
You have one song called 9021 Yo.
9021 word.
I no wonder you have all these kids. You're so easy to talk to. Like, I kind of want to sleep with you.
Right. Done. So I finished the whole run of kids with a vasectomy. So I'm done.
You're done?
I was done. And now my fiance is like,
One more?
I'd really like to have one more.
Oh, geez. Open up shop.
I wish I wish we'd had one more.
Nope.
I know our daughter Isla fucked it all up.
Yep.
She was just the worst human being.
She was not the worst human being. She just was the Tasmanian
She was
devil.
difficult.
She just never
Difficult.
It sucks,
stopped
man. Like
moving.
raising good human beings,
Mhm.
you're going to have really fucking difficult kids because
Yep.
they're going to be opinionated.
Yep.
They're going to be stubborn.
Yep.
And it's all the shit. Like for me with a kid, I just want him to shut the fuck up, sit there.
Do what I say.
Don't question what I'm saying.
Exactly.
But then as raising an adult, it's like, that's not what I want. I don't want an adult that's going to sit on the couch and just like be a yes man and follow rules. Like,
That's right.
so it's a double-edged sword. It's like it's the best parents raise the good ones, but they're really fucking difficult when they're young.
Oh God, this kid was.
She was really a lot. I mean, I
How
would
old
have
is
had
she
a
now?
this She's awesome.
We don't know.
You don't know how old she is now?
How old is she? Oh,
18.
I thought. Sorry, I thought you said how is she now?
Do you know where she's living?
Yeah,
She's asleep in her bed right now.
she's probably asleep.
Oh, is she?
Oh yeah, she is.
She's a freshman in college,
Okay.
and she's sleeping a lot since she's
Fantastic.
gotten home. I
Yes.
think she's dyslexic, so
Really.
schools like takes her
challenge.
120% compared to most people. So by the time she got home, I think her whole body went and shutting down.
I'm total ADD. Like I still to this point, if I'm reading a script, I'll have to read it like 3 or 4 times. I'll have to read a page 3 or 4 times sometimes because I'll get to the end and I'll go, I have no idea what I just, am I reading a script? Like I sure want a grilled cheese right now. Like my mind just will wander so easily.
I don't read action in the scripts.
Oh, you don't read any of the stage direction,
None,
just the dialogue?
None, just the dialogue. So it gets a little confusing.
So I read dialogue and I start developing a character. As I'm reading, I have no idea what the character is going to become. So I get to the end of the script and I'm like, well, none of that worked. But I read that scene 5 times because I know exactly how I would, play it in the moment.
That's great.
I went into an audition not reading any of the action.
Yeah.
And just was like, yeah, I got this. And it was I was really specific that it was a bait salesman.
Okay.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do like the work. I call a bait shop up in Louisiana.
Hey, can we talk bait for a minute?
I go, hey, do me a favor. I go, I'm in Los Angeles. I'm an actor, and I'm about to do an audition as a bait salesman in Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
I just love to hear you talk a little bit. And he's like, oh boy, what y'all need? And I'm like, okay, I got it. I click. I go, thank you very much. And he's like, hey, tell me if you get the part. I don't know, boy. So I was like, okay. So I go into the audition, and I'm in character. She goes, how you doing? I go, I'm all right. She's like, oh, wow. She goes, let's do the scene. And so I'm like, I think I'm going to stop you right now. Where are you from? And I went, I'm from Florida. She went, wait, hold on. Wait. No, like your accent, it's really thick. And I go, that's the character.
Uh-huh.
She goes, why? And I went, he's a bait salesman. And she goes, yeah, in Ventura County. And I went,
right. He works at a Bass Pro Shop. Like he's not.
Right?
And she's like, did you not read any of the direction? And I went, no. She goes, these are 2 brothers from Orange County that now run a bait shop in Ventura County. And I don't know where your accent's from. I go, it's Louisiana. He goes, that's not Louisiana. And I went, I called a bait shop. She goes, you called a bait shop in Louisiana? And I was like, yeah. She goes, all right, I'm going to give you some time to rework on this. I said, I think I just want to give up.
Right,
I just
yeah.
walked out. I was like, I'm so humiliated.
Let's just call this a miss on this.
I did an audition so
Yes.
bad one time that I started physically moving towards the door in the audition.
In the audition, you got to the end, you were like, hey, if anybody wants any coffee or anything, I'm just going to go.
As I'm finishing the scene, I'm opening the door and I'm like,
Right.
see you guys.
Bye.
God, I was so bad at auditioning.
Have you taken any acting classes?
No, I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in it?
I don't.
Huh. Okay.
I don't.
Interesting.
I don't. But also, I'm not like I can't play another guy.
But you could possibly.
No.
But you're not giving yourself a shot because you're not
Yeah, but I don't.
taking any classes.
I feel like.
Listen, asking him to put his underwear in the hamper.
That's a lot.
He says, I'm trying to change who he is.
Right.
Like,
Love
who
me
he
for
is.
me.
Yes, exactly. So if you ask him to like put on some other personality, I
Got
think
it.
may not
I have
work.
a good friend who is a big showrunner for a really big show, and he DM'd me and he's like, I wrote a part for you in my show. And I was like, I'm going to pass. And he went, wait, hold on. He goes, you haven't even read it. And I went, no, but I'm not good at that. And he was like, I wrote it for you. I go, yeah, I don't want to let you down.
Thanks.
I was like, I'm good. And he was like, he called. He was like, hold on, this doesn't make sense. When someone writes you a part for you, you play that part, especially for a friend. And I go, yeah, but I like our friendship now,
Right,
and I'm afraid I'm going to come
this
there.
means too much to me to
Right?
like blow it on your set.
Yeah, and so
Blow it up.
I just.
I haven't cost you money yet being your friend. I will on this day.
Although I will star in Moose Jaws with Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Are you offer only? Because we'll just give you an offer.
Sure.
Fuck yeah, Moose Jaws. You know what it is?
No.
I think I
haven't read it yet.
If Kevin needs me to take this out, I
Well,
can.
you talked about it on the podcast.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Is Jaws,
Yeah.
but with a moose.
I mean, what?
Perfect. So scary.
What's the theme song?
Just when
you
you
know-
thought it was safe to go camping.
Yes.
So you know what's fucking so funny
In Canada.
is I said we should get Balthazar Getty for it, and he starts laughing and he goes, "What did you just say?" I go, "Balthazar Getty." He's fucking, and he starts going, why is Balthazar getting so much love? And I go, I know him. And he goes, oh, you know him. And he thought I was randomly just pulling out of the
You know who I've always been a huge fan of? Have you read Lord of the Flies? So I read it like 20 times.
This has been a dream podcast. You are the easiest fucking person to talk to.
Amazing.
Are you going to have guests on your podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I would love to be a guest.
I'm
working on being a better guest. So I don't listen a lot.
You mean host?
Both.
You're a great guest.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Because
you.
you like to talk about yourself.
So
Yeah,
funny,
you don't
I
have to
tried-
ask any questions.
Right.
She'll just
Totally.
go,
I love
go,
that.
go, go.
He'll talk
I
the
love
whole
that.
time.
It's so funny. I jumped on someone's podcast the other day when they were talking about blood work and didn't feel like I was welcomed as a guest.
You weren't welcome.
Interesting. Right. Podcasts are interesting, man. I think it's a fun chance for people to either get to know each other or people show up all worried about the experience of it and they blow it.
You know, this is the thing about a podcast is forget the money that involved in podcasting is you should be doing it because you love it and it brings you joy.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't always for me. Sometimes it's a struggle. Sometimes I get in here and I'm like, I don't fucking know anything about this guy. And then you can hear it in my, and then sometimes those are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes, but this episode right now is the reason that I have a podcast. This episode is the reason I podcast because I would do this for free. If you had just see me at the where Chateau Marmont and said, hey, would you like to sit down with me for 2 hours and talk? I would be like, yeah, but this is an easier way to get that same thing.
Yeah, that's
like,
amazing.
Not a lot of people, my kids don't get this much FaceTime with me.
Right.
You know, like
We
it's
have
crazy.
the best conversations when he comes on my podcast and
Okay.
we talk about something. Because
Wait, what is your podcast about?
my podcast is called Wife of the Party. So I talk to everybody from authors to friends. We talk about everything from
She just had the lady-
healthcare to
She just had the lady who wrote
Oh
Fried Green Tomatoes.
God, that's amazing.
no, not yet.
Oh, not yet.
Yes. So
You should meet my fiance.
I did meet her at Chateau.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I would love to have her as a
Yeah.
guest
I would-
sometime.
I would
That
love
would be
to do
great.
We
that.
should all
She's
hang
book
out at
club.
some
I would love
Yeah.
that. That would be
Yeah.
really great. She was lovely. We talked really briefly
She's
at the
great.
party.
She's really cool.
She's beautiful.
And she grew up in Australia?
She grew up in Australia.
Where in Australia?
Wagga Wagga.
Oh.
It's halfway between Sydney and Melbourne. It's like it's more in the
Wow.
middle. Yeah. So a lot of people came out of there that are really accomplished in what it is they do in dancing and all sorts of things. But when you go and you visit, it's such a small town. You realize why everybody worked so hard just to get out.
To get out,
to
Wagga Wagga.
Wagga Wagga.
It almost sounds like a make-believe place.
It does. When she first told me, I was like, get the fuck out of here. No, so really, where are you from?
Wagga
Wagga
Wagga.
Wagga.
Australia.
Wow. Like Walla Walla, Washington.
Yeah.
Or the Wawa. Remember the Wawa?
Wagga Wagga.
Wagga Wagga. Sweet. Hang on. Pull it up on a map because sometimes I get confused. Melbourne's below Sydney.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
assuming you've been to Australia before. Yeah. I love Australia.
I love Australia.
It's so good.
First time I flew to
Oh,
Australia.
yeah, there it is.
First time I flew to Australia, we landed, and Leanne landed on a different flight, and they were like, it's 7:00, and they're like, what are your plans? And I was like, my plans? I'm gonna fucking party through the night and pass
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And they're like, really? I was like, 7:00? I could fucking drink until 10.
Yeah.
So I'll drink till 11. So Leanne and I went out. I was like, it's still light here, obviously, because where we are on the equator.
Yeah.
And around 10:00, I was like, what the fuck? And Leanne's like, I think it's 10 in the morning. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I'm really
I
fucked up.
ruined my day.
Epic fail.
And
Were
then
you
she
in
was-
Sydney or
We were in
Melbourne?
Sydney, and we just walked all around.
Little
Sydney's great. Melbourne's great if you haven't been.
Speaking of a fear of balloons, so do you remember? No, but just to bring everything around.
son. Yeah, totally.
I do have a fear of balloons, and so I was turned 40 in Australia.
Wait, a fear of like hot air balloons or balloon balloons?
All balloons.
hot air balloons too.
yeah.
all
Hot air
All
balloons scare the
balloons.
shit out of
Yeah.
me.
All balloons. Latex specifically.
Latex balloons.
Latex
terrifying.
in all
That's
form.
an odd one. We'll get into that
Yeah,
yeah.
later.
Oh,
at
yeah.
a different time.
And
That's a different episode.
Completely.
so the Board of Tourism knew that my birthday was November 3rd, and we were going to be there.
I forgot about this. Yeah.
And I'm sure you can I bet you can find the picture. I bet if you said Bert Kreischer, Australia, fear of balloons, I bet the picture comes
It'll
up.
come up.
And so that's one of my traumas is I went on my buddy's show and he brought balloons and clowns and I fucking had a panic attack in front of him. But so the Board of Tourism fills my bedroom with 100 balloons and they're all to the ceiling. Now, my biggest problem with balloons is their unpredictability, is that they could pop at any time. The smell is disgusting. The smell of a balloon is vomit inducing. But the idea that a balloon might be near a light and it would get too hot
we're
and it
having
would pop
fucking dinner
from out of nowhere. The unpredictability of a balloon and how a balloon lets you down after it pops, then that child is without a balloon and everyone's got fucking balloons. That's not fair. And I'm not talking about like I need to be a socialist or some shit, but like anyway. So they feel, just hear me
There's some fucking child. Oh my God. There's some good stories in here.
Now you see?
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
The last time I held a balloon in my hand, like as a child, my sister lost her balloon. And I was like, fuck this. And I just fucking threw mine out. I was like, get away. I don't ever want you around me ever again. And so my room is filled with all on the ceiling. I turn the lights on and I can smell it as I walk in the room. I'm like, oh God, what's in here? I turn the lights on and it's balloons. It's balloons wall to wall to wall, and only not in the bathroom. So I'm like, motherfucker. So I think I get John Sayles to help me corral the balloons into the bathroom and they fucking just go right back into the living room. I can't. So I go downstairs. Everyone's still awake. And I said, there's balloons in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to drink so much that it doesn't bother me. So I get fucking hammered. I'm turning 40 tomorrow morning and I get hammered. And you weren't there.
No, I had already
there
left.
On my actual birthday, you weren't
That's
there.
right. I went home.
And I go into my room and I pass out. 4 a.m.
Oh God.
The helium
wears out, so the balloons are coming down.
All the balloons dies at the exact same time.
Oh.
And 100 balloons land on me in bed and fill my floor. And I'm still very drunk. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You're frozen.
I
like
can't tell
fucking
if it's a
spiders
nightmare.
are
I'm
all
like,
over
get
you.
the fuck. Ah!
Death by balloon.
I was so fucking angry. And I was like, and then I can't pop them because then that smell of just pop balloon.
That's the oddest fear I've ever heard in my life.
Oh,
But it's a fantastic story.
I have a fear of someone. She was touching my belly button the other night.
Oh no!
Oh, it's a big problem.
And
Big
you
problem.
can't touch my belly button. I have a hernia, and the only reason I'm not getting surgery is they go in through your belly button. I was like, you got to put me out.
You understand? You're out.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
I'd be cool if I don't wake up from that. I'd be like, that's cool.
That's the way you want to
I
go.
don't never need to see
Hernia
a
surgery.
Belly button
scar
surgery?
in my belly button.
Oh my God.
This
I
has
had
been a
my
blast.
appendix removed. They went in through my belly button.
Dude,
And
Fuck, really?
Scene.
God, it's been a great podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for being here,
Dude, you're the fucking greatest, man. Thank you for doing this.
dude. Same.
Thank you for doing this. It is so nice to fulfill all the childhood dreams of the women that work here. Stacey, do you have any questions about
No,
episodes?
they've all
or
been answered.
Character arcs.
No, I
In the
don't have
most
any questions.
ridiculous way.
No, I don't. I'm not that kind of fan where I have like Rachel and Peter when Charlie Day was here and they had like a list of questions.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Okay.
I just enjoy the show. Was a huge part of my life when I was at a very specific time in my life, and that is that, right? That's that's all you can ask for.
It's all you can. That and a room full of balloons on
That's
your birthday.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm gonna.
Those
That's
are
what we're
the
gonna
two
do. We're gonna
things.
blow up a bunch of balloons, and we're gonna
We're
put
gonna
on the
celebrate
series.
today. I'm gonna have the
Seasons
balloon
1
truck back
through
up
10,
to.
right up there in
your house.
VHS.
Fucking, thank you, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. It's a great episode.
Good time.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a great
God, man,
episode.
you are built for podcasting.
You are.
Hard. This episode was brought to you by The Machine.